Hello and welcome to another Let's Play Minecraft episode of Rocket World. Last episode we made a copper golem and we didn't have anything for it to do. So we're going to sort out our storage into a manageable system today so that he can sort out anything we bring him. So let's jump in and get started. Now the main problem we have here is space. We have a dump chest here that I dump a few bits and pieces in when I'm passing through. We have a wood chest which has also been used as a bit of a dump chest, and we have a food chest. And the rest of our storage is upstairs, which, while very convenient and out of the way, well, that is the problem really, it is very much out of the way while I'm using all of these. Having to go all the way up here to grab these is not ideal. So we do have a bit of a storage issue to start with. The other issue is, where do we put a decent storage system? Now outside here we have built our workshop, whoops, because we've already outgrown the house, so there's not really space in here. So that leaves us with having fun with these doors again. Somewhere out here, but that's where our crops are. The only place I can really think of, I mean, that's not ideal, this area here. So I'm thinking this might be the best sort of location for us to have our storage system. We could convert this side of the window here into a doorway, and that way we can get to and from our workstations to our storage. Okay, I have come up with a little bit of a plan here, and that is that we will have 10 chests along this wall here that the copper golem here would access. The copper chest will go in the floor here, so he should be able to pull items in and out of the floor, I believe. So there's going to be 10 double chests along here, so that means he can search up to 10 chests. And then we're going to have a little bit of space for him to walk around. The walls are going to come along here, between these blocks here. It's going to be a little bit wider on each side than the house here. So it may end up as a little bit more of an annex rather than an extension. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with roofs, because that would make the roof quite a lot wider on this section than it is on this over here. So that's for a later date. But I think what I'll do is I will get the copper golem over here and get him started, and then we'll see about moving items across, and he can sort them out for me. I think it might be the easiest way. Okay, here we go. I've got him into place, and I'll just give him a couple of blocks to play with, and he can do whatever he needs to do. There's nothing else in there at the moment, so he will get bored very quickly. But I'm going to try and bring some items down from our storage up there, and then he can sort them out for us if I put a few leading items in here. And probably there'll be another chest, probably this last chest on the end here. There'll be a hopper underneath that goes into a chest, so for items that he can't sort or doesn't know what to do with. So that'll take it out of his reach so that he doesn't get stuck and confused. So I'm going to start getting a few bits, and then we'll see how he copes with that. Okay, now I have created a nature chest here, which he is going to fill up with bits and pieces, and I've got them sort of laid out here, and you can see that in my inventory I've got some of the bits and pieces that I've picked up. Some of the items he won't know where to put them, others already have items here. Some are going to be stacked incorrectly, so I'll sort those out later. But let's see how he gets on when I just dump all this lot in here. Like that, there we go. What do you make of... He's stopped. He can't figure it out. Oh, there we go. Perhaps he was waiting for the inventory to finish. Yeah, that's going to get dumped in there out of the way. Let's see, that is... I tend to have a little bundle of bits and pieces that don't... only little bits, so I'm going to stick that in there. You might stick other bundles in there, I'm not sure, but I'm not going to put bundles in there, so that should be alright for the time being. Let's see how he gets on. Now he's going to get stuck with that one. It's probably going to go in the dump chest, and I noticed that actually, because I cleared out the copper, they've all gone in the dump chest as well. So that's nature. Maybe I'll put stone in here, so let's do that. and we'll dump those in there as well, so you can figure that one out. What have you done in here so far? Not sure really. Let's pop those in there. What I might do, I know that's going to cause a problem. Let's do that. That should undo the problem. Where are you going? You're doing everything in that chest there, aren't you? That's my dump chest. Yeah, okay, that's not too bad. I wonder if you remember what goes in that one up here. Wait, that's got a box up here, look. And that. Oh, you didn't remember that? Oh, you nana. Maybe having your dump box right here is not the best idea then. Let's push you over there like that. There you go. Right. Oh, that's interesting. I'll have to move this away from the dump box. Curious. Yeah. Okay, well I've learnt something about this. Hang on a minute. What's all this lot? There we go. That'll keep you busy as well. Right, where's my... Oh, look at all this lot. Right, I'll put a few more bits away and then we'll carry on the system. Okay, we have a good little test for him now. Let's have a look, see how you get on with this lot. So let's put in all the stuff that I've already put in the chests. Now some of these are going to need to have their outputs resized. I think I want to keep that one. Right, let's let you get on with that and see what you think. Right, hopefully that all should start getting put away. Yep, there we go. Now, I haven't got any of that in here, so let's put that in. And I don't have any dirt in there yet. So there we go. Right, okay, I'm going to let you do that, and we'll see how successful you are. Have we got anything in here at the moment? No, that's good news. Right, well, good luck, little chap. I'm going to go and get some more chests unloaded. Okay, we are more or less clear out of the loft space here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to chuck a few last little bits in there for him to play with, and he's done a pretty good job. I do have a lot more stone than I do have chest space, so that is completely full, and I've started using this over here. He knows where they go. Yeah, he's done a pretty good job so far, so there are one or two things he makes mistakes on, but whoops, I didn't mean that. But yeah, these are quite difficult for him to manage because there's so many different items, but he's putting in the arrows at the moment. Let's have a look and see if that happens. Oh, I'm using it, aren't I? Nope, you're doing bamboo. Yeah, that goes in that one. Yep, there you go, very good. So he's doing a pretty good job. I'm going to move the chest up a bit closer so that this chest here is last on his list, and I'll probably have to make the stone chest have twice as many stone chests as well, so that will be a little bit of extra work, but I think for the time being we have done what we wanted to do. There's only one chest left up in the top, and that is enchanted armour and stuff like that, and I don't think I'm going to be accessing that on a regular enough basis. I'll just wait for it to end up in the dump chest, and then I can go and put it up there myself. So now it is time to do something about this building, I think. I have some basic walls put up, but what I really want to do is I want to have some of these decorative pieces like we have here, and I'm thinking we might start with some more of those bookshelves. No, not bookshelves, the regular shelves. And for that we need 6 of these, so they need to be stripped. So I've had to make myself a new axe. I have got through my first axe already. I'm doing a lot of chopping of chests and things and stripping wood. So I'll need a crafting table, don't I? I think I've got one in here. Yes, I do. I've got to keep an eye out because I've been getting hit by zombies coming from this area over here quite a lot. So that's been a bit annoying, but never mind. That's just par for the course. Right. So what we're going to do is we're going to put these on this corner here, on these corners here, like that, and then I have the trapdoors, which we will then put like that. So that's going to be the end piece. I'm going to change these as well, so we'll keep the trapdoors to fill in the corners. We've tried. Can we get that round that? Ah, that's a pain. Oh, there we go. We could probably jump up here and do it. Might need to grab that first before we do anything. Oh, there we go. That's pretty tricky. Right, there we go. That's that one in there, that one in there. So that we've got a consistent sort of corner. There's going to be a lot of figuring out on the roof to do. I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be a lot of fun. But these are going to go round onto this corner now, so same arrangement here. And then we'll have a couple of trapdoors here and here as well. And then it's going to continue around. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do this side yet. There are different levels to start with. This one... this one could be interesting as well. Well, let's put some trapdoors here to start with, and we'll just have to see how it goes. Right, I'm going to have a look at windows and things now. Have I got any blocks? No, I need to get some blocks for windows as well, so I'll do that. So we're going to use the inverted stair blocks again. Let's have a couple of loads of those. And where's put one in here? This little guy keeps trying to get out of here, don't you? Yeah, when you run out of things to play with, you keep trying to jump up here. Nope, I didn't put anything in there, sorry. I have sorted out the walls a bit, and they're now matching the sort of the rest of the starter house here. And I've had to do a little bit of landscaping and tidying up around here. I've cut this all down to the same level. I don't like doing that normally. In fact, this is still quite high here, isn't it? So I'll probably play with that again. There's no point having any windows in here because it's just the back of all the chests. So, oh, ow. Hey, little monster. Oh no. And there comes his daddy. Right, where are you then? Oh, you can't get round there. Oh, that's a shame, isn't it? I don't even have a bow yet, do I? Right, let's creep up on you and... Right, there we go. Right, what was I saying? Oh yes, what I might do is I might put a sort of a false sort of window in. I think I've got one around the other side actually. Let's have a quick look. I've started putting a few more of these in on the corners as well. Something like that one up there. Oh, that is a window again actually. I forgot. Yes, there is a window in there, but it could be something like that, just to break up the big bland pattern that we've got going on all the way along this wall here. Not that I'll see it very often because it's so densely packed in here. I'm hoping that I won't have to cut these trees down when putting the roof on. Maybe I can do just a bit of trimming. I don't know, we'll have to wait and see. Right, but anyway, I'm going to get some bricks and then we'll have a look and see if we can start figuring out what on earth I'm going to do with this roof and how it joins or doesn't join up with this bit here. Tricky. Here we are, and a bit of a plan is forming in my mind here. We need to put in that there. That comes just off the edge of the wall. Oh, hang on a minute. Not quite, because what's going to happen is this should overlap by one block. So all of our stair blocks are going to be here, actually. So we will need to have the wooden blocks in there. So that actually will go there, but because it's going to be a border of these running around the outside here like that, but along this line here we're going to have that. Oop! Now that wasn't supposed to happen. Take that out. And this one down here, this is where it gets kind of complicated around the roof, but it should be alright, I reckon. So that comes up here, that goes in there. Now we're going to have two of those, one there, and then we can chuck one in there. In fact, that might have been easier than doing it on the other side. Like this, all the way down. Of course, that one is going to go there like that. Oh! Ah, okay. I may swap those two over. That might be one way of getting around that little tricky problem. But that is how the ends are going to work. And of course I'm going to build this same section on the top of, oops, this end over here, and then in these sections there will be wooden planks, just like these. So let's have a look, what else have we got? We got some of this as well. We'll probably end up doing that. Yeah, okay, I need to make some wooden blocks to go in there, but that's how it's going to go. Oh, I need to have another block in there actually. Let's chuck that in there, that there, that's going to go in there. That makes it look a little bit more even, and that is how that is going to work. In fact, we might even have that as a if we're being fancy, if we can get up there, we could, oh come on, there we go. We could do something like that, like we've got something on that end there. Might do something like that. Like that? I don't know. We'll have a play. Yep, we'll have a look and see what looks good at the end of the day. Right, I'm going to put a few more of these around, and then I'll make myself some of these, and then we'll finish off the roof. Okay, here we are. Let's build this roof up. So what we're going to do is we're going to put blocks like that in. That one can go up there. Didn't mean to do that. Need to watch my footing. Have I done that right? I think I have, because next one will come over here like that. And we can have one of those up here. Not sure I've done that right actually. I think I might have done. Is that how it works? Yes, I think so. Yep. Right, okay, so what we'll do is we'll put the occasional one of these in here as well, like that, and then strip that down. These will come across here like that, and we can put one of those in again. We need to have something to put it onto, so we'll do that later. And then we'll work back around with these. That can go there. And we can have one of those on there. So we're slowly putting together our roof. So let's put one of those up there, then we can come back to these. And then we'll have, I don't know, what are we going to have here? We need something else in there, don't we? Perhaps we'll have one of those for a change. Although we've got two in the same line there, so maybe we won't. Let's put another one of those in there for the time being. Maybe what we'll do is we'll put in here one of those. We should be able to pop that underneath there. Oh no, it's down the bottom, isn't it? Yes, there actually. Yep, I think. Let's get rid of that. Oh no, hang on. Okay, that one needs to have... I'm making a right mess here. Right, yes, that one goes up there. This one goes under here, because we've got that one there as well. And then we can carry on with that and that. And that is more or less this side of the roof done. It's sort of in the same janky style that we've got going on with the rest of the roofs. And I'm going to finish off on this side, and then we'll see what it looks like. Okay, here we go. I have tried to integrate this building into the landscape a little bit. So we've got various bits and pieces going on here, some of the glow lichen, and I'm using a little bit of the vine that I bought from the wandering trader. In fact, he's back again. And that's already spread down there, which is very nice actually. And we've got this a little bit more hidden, so the dump chest doesn't get disturbed, and that's sort of integrating the landscape. Still got these trees here, didn't have to cut them down, but I would like to replace them eventually with something a little bit more custom. But while we're on the Copper Age, I think it would be nice to make some copper torches. Let's have a quick look. We need copper nuggets. Where are the copper nuggets? Oh, there they are, covered up with 99. Right. Okay, and let's have a look. So let's see what we have. We have to use the copper nuggets for the torches. Now, I've got coal somewhere, but not on me. Can I use charcoal? Oh, I can. Ah, that is really helpful. So that's going to be very important for when we do a lot more tree chopping. I tend to rely a lot on charcoal and not on coal, so that's really good news. And we can now start to make the copper lanterns and also the copper chains as well, because what I want to do in here is get rid of these and put some copper lanterns in here somewhere. Now let's have a look. Let's get that and that, and I think we'll have one copper lantern maybe there, but I think I was going to put one here, but I'd like to use some chains as well. Now what do you think? Should I use copper lanterns in sort of their copper form, or should I let them oxidize like this guy? I think that matches the jungle wood a bit better, the copper colours, so I think I might leave it as it is. So there we go, we've got a copper lantern there. You like that corner, don't you? Trying to jump up to get this chest. Right, okay, we'll give you something to play with. Here we go. How about some of those? And what we'll do is, in a minute, I'll give him the copper nuggets. But he won't know. Oh, yeah, there isn't anywhere to put them at the moment. Let's chuck that in there, and then you can play copper nuggets as well as copper ingots. There you go. He does like his little games, doesn't he? I found having the copper chest right at this end, it's much more reliable for him sorting the items before they go into the dump box at the end, because he was ignoring the top row and going straight to the dump box. So this seems to be the best option, having it right at the end here. There you go. What have you got left now? Oh, you've done it all. There you go. Well, he does like his little games, and he does like this corner. That's my easy access to the dump box there, so yeah, I might have to change that design. Yeah, but everything's gone really well. Oh, now that was so much fun. I really enjoyed getting our little copper golem friend to work sorting out our storage. I think I've learnt quite a lot about how to make sure the sorting goes according to plan, and it's been really nice to hear his quirky little voice around an otherwise quiet base. Thank you for watching today. I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next one. So, have fun, and see you later.